Hi guys, it's Devon from Core, and welcome to my three-part series, Freedom from Fear. So the purpose of this series is to use mindfulness meditation, breathwork, and loving kindness practices to guide anyone who's feeling overwhelmed by anxiety, by fear, back to your natural, peaceful alignment. Please join me. So the purpose of this first video is really just an introduction. It's an overview to the workshop, to the themes, and to Core. This is Core. Say hi, Core. Core is a meditation training device. And if you're not familiar with it, it is new technology. It has haptics, it has vibrations that we can feel when we meditate. So it's a really strong physical anchor, which is something here and now in the present moment that we can continue to bring the wandering mind back to. In addition to those vibrations, it has these sensors on the top, and we rest our thumbs there when we're meditating, and it takes down our metrics, our measurements of heart rate and heart rate variability. And it uses that data to process a graph, a representation of our internal experience when we meditate that shows us when we were in the zones of focus and calm. So whether you're a new meditator and you're looking for some training wheels, something to get you started and give you a sense of confidence, this is it. Or like me, you're an advanced meditator, but you're kind of curious. What would a graph of your indescribable internal experience look like? And what can you learn about your body and your mind through that data? So it's been pretty enlightening for me. If you don't have Core, no problem. You don't need it. When we meditate, I will prompt other cues that make you equally welcome. This will be beneficial for anyone. So first and foremost, if you are someone who is suffering from a lot of anxiety and fear and intensity right now, I want to normalize this. I am too. And I've been doing this a long time, and I meditate every day, and still I notice the stress of this in my body. Why? We're at home. We're not under stress. We're safe right now. Why are we still feeling this way? Well, there's a really simple explanation, and it's the same for all of us. So when the mind, and not my mind, not your mind, but the human mind perceives a physical threat to the body, even a potential threat, which COVID-19 absolutely is, the mind will automatically and unconsciously trigger a fight or flight response. So this unconscious response prepares us to escape that threat. So whether we know it or not, we are all under intense physical stress right now. What happens when we're in that fight or flight is the breathing shallows. We're often just breathing in the chest, a little tight, a little shallow. Our heart rate increases. It becomes a little monotonous, more even, less variability. And then we start to notice other symptoms, whether you're noticing it on the level of conscious awareness or not. Maybe you are. Maybe you're noticing a lot of emotion, a lot of mood swings, but you might not be. You might just be noticing poor digestion or memory issues, or some insomnia, but it might not be related to any particular thought. All of these are still symptoms of that fight or flight. So let's just normalize whatever you're noticing, and it's not your fault. It's not your failing. It's not your weakness. It's a symptom of being in a human nervous system. We are mammals, and we're designed to escape threat. And when humans know they can't escape threat, their nervous system is still triggered. So this is where mindfulness meditation is so effective at helping us, because when the mind that is naturally restless can no longer anticipate the future, it causes it to spin out. It makes it really worried. It makes it really doubtful and fearful. We recognize that. So instead, we bring it back to the present moment where nothing wrong is happening. We're safe, we have enough food, everything is still functioning, we're okay. So that is the power of returning to the present moment. Nothing wrong is happening, and just opening up to the fullness of your human experience. Just listening to the sensations in the body, just noticing the sensations of emotion. The body is always whispering to us in this language of sensation, telling us what our experience is like. And unless we sit and just become aware, we're not actually processing, metabolizing, and integrating this experience. So just allowing yourself to be here now is already going to be a huge relief. Beyond that, we're going to use breath work. And the reason we use breath work is it's science, actually. When the brain is having a really intense experience and it's triggered this fight or flight, the way that we can override the brain is by using the breath consciously. So when we shift back into our connected diaphragmatic breathing of rest and digest and begin to slow the breath and deepen it and slow the heart rate intentionally with the breath, we're actually sending a message to the brain through the vagus nerve that we're not in danger, that we're not under stress. The brain receives that signal through the breathing and then says, oh, I guess I better trigger the rest and digest response then. So it triggers the parasympathetic branch of the autonomic nervous system, and it creates this positive feedback loop of relaxation. So the science of breath work is that it takes us out of fight or flight and lands us back into our natural state of rest and digest. We need that for the body because we can't sustain this level of chronic stress. Beyond that, we're going to use a Buddhist tradition called loving kindness. Why? Because we need to shift out of that fearful, doubtful nature of the mind right now and get back inside our hearts. We need to reconnect to our source of life, our source of love, our source of gratitude, compassion, appreciation, and oneness. And we need to stay there. We don't know what's coming. We don't have any control. Control is an illusion. This pandemic showed us that. So instead of feeling afraid of that, we're going to practice letting go of control on purpose. Every time we sit, when we close our eyes, we let go. We just observe. We don't have any agenda. We don't know what's going to come, what sounds we're going to hear, what sensations we're going to feel. And what we recognize is it's okay. We don't need that control. We can let go and we can find ourselves in a place that's still safe, still free, still pure, still connected, still easy, still peaceful. That's the nature of awareness, and you are that. And in addition to that, when we're in our heart, when we're centered in the emotion of heart, whether that's love or laughter or kindness or compassion or beauty or gratitude or appreciation, any of those energies, when we are resting there, the shadows and ghosts of fear, they can't occupy the same space. We'll try this. It cannot happen. So when we are absolutely overcome with fear, the most powerful way to dispel those shadows is to open the curtains to the light. And the light is your love, and it's always in you as you, and we will access that. So I want you to come with me on this journey. I want you to dedicate just this hour. It's an hour in total of your time, these 3 videos, to coming back to your peace, to your naturalness, to your calm, to your love, and getting rid of that fear. You're already free. So I hope you'll join me. Thank you so much.